See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scare reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day. But not talking intoxicating rage, not this is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop, I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
TOTB. Back in the building, man. Welcome back to Thinking Outside the Box podcast. The dopest podcast out there in the land, man. We thank y'all for tuning in right back with us, man, for another 5 weeks of a lot of dope, controversial stuff, man. We know that y'all still rock with us in the third season, man. We rocking 3 seasons, man. Be sure to follow us on TOTB_show on YouTube, TOTB the dopest on Instagram and Facebook, man. And also, of course, NDTV Network, man. We so glad that y'all back in the building, man. We got a lot of crazy stuff to talk about, man. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day, man. To all the great mothers up there, you know. Hope y'all enjoyed your Mother's Day. You know, salute. Definitely good stuff. And to the lousy moms, you know, try again next year. You know,
it's always next year.
Yeah, it's always next year, man. So thank y'all once again for tuning in with us. We got a lot to talk about, man. Before we get started, of course, we got to introduce the thinkers to the platform. My man across from me, y'all already know where he is, man. Holy Grind. Tell him what's up, where they can find you, man.
Man, you can find me at Holy Grind on Instagram, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is.
Grind man himself. And right next to him, man, Philosopher. Where can they find you, bro?
You can find me at Black_Scholar, IG.
There it is. And of course, right next to me, man, the controversial himself who makes me look good, Moolah Monster, man. Where can they find you, bro?
Moolah Monster Collections. Check me out on Instagram.
Of course, and I'm Reggie moving forward. You can find me at NASSOCIET. Wow. Simply just Reggie moving forward on Facebook. And we are
Thinking Outside the Box.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lovely guest to grace us on the platform today. There goes a lot of stuff that goes on into the community, man. We are filming in Chicago, so if you're tuning in from wherever city you're looking at, man, we appreciate you guys. We're from Chicago, Illinois. There is a lot of organizations out here. There's a lot of people that do great deeds, but we want to highlight someone that's here in Chicago that's making huge stepping stones, man, doing a lot of great things, man. I'm going to call her Ree-Ree, man, so y'all can call her Ree-Ree if you want to. Ree-Ree, welcome to the panel, man. Welcome, Ree-Ree. Tell the people what's up. What can they find you? Just tell them a little bit about your business. How can they find it?
My name is Laretha. Not Ree, but you can call me that. But I have this new corporation called Second Path Incorporated. You can also find my website at secondpathincorporated.com. Nice. We got this thing where we're empowering men of the present and the future.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
Like
our whole focus is to break generational curses of carjacking, retail theft. We want to just bring activities back to the community, resources. So whatever you're looking for, we're going to have it.
Big stuff. Where can they find the website again? What's the website?
Secondpathincorporated.com.
Be sure y'all go hit that, man. Hit that website, man. Show us some love. She's doing a lot of big things. I'm telling you, man. Remember this face. She about to take over the city, man. I'm telling you, big stuff, man. So, what we doing, man? We going to introduce her to the platform as far as the topics and things like that. Grind, my man. You know you always introduce what we talking about, man. We doing box talk, so it's like trending topics. But tell the people, what are some of the main things we're going to be talking about?
Well, y'all can see I'm a little choked up. So I already know it's going to be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
But no, today, it's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
And we've been busy, man. We've been busy. The season been changing. But it's been a lot of things going on that we want to address. One of the main things I believe that the thinkers was thinking about bringing to the table was talking about Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was one of the main topics.
Yeah.
And as we go along, you know, y'all just ride with us. We're going to have a nice ride along today because, of course, they're going to have a lot to talk about. I ain't got much to say about them. But what I do got to say is going to be controversial. You already know. Because a lot of y'all know, y'all say I like to start a lot of stuff. But we're going to have fun talking about it today because I got the chat going live.
Yeah.
So I want everybody, man, tune in. Make sure y'all comment, sending your questions in, and I'm gonna be reading, checking in with y'all. You know, I'm ready to get to it. It's been a minute.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first, once again, welcome. Be sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this episode and every single episode we do. We are in season 3, so we have a lot of dope episodes. You can find all the episodes on the MTV network or on YouTube, TOTB_show, right? Season 3, so we're doing it big. We have a tendency of talking about topics on this show that's prevalent to the community, right? Recently, there was a YouTuber who does podcasts now called Kevin Samuels. And as fellow podcasters, you know, first let's give our condolences to his death. You know, passed away. Rest in peace to his family and everything. If you are not familiar with Kevin Samuels, he has a certain knack for talking about. Well, I don't want to say talking about, but addressing women's issues.
Right.
You know,
sometimes men.
Sometimes men, but it's mainly women saying, you know, just certain things like pretty much a woman is overvaluing herself, you know, or I'm using the light version of it.
Yes, very.
Go light.
But he passed away, 56 years old, which is very young. So
56.
There's a lot of controversial stuff that is attached with it, right? So if you're not abreast to it, according to the sources, he was with a young lady, you know, met at the bar. Now, this is just what has been put out there. This is box talk, right? With a young lady at a bar, had a drink with her, you know, and then, from my understanding, went back to his room or something, and then told her that his chest was hurting and he fell on top of him and passed away. According to what I've heard. Now, if you guys have heard more things, then you can, you know, update me. But
I got a question.
Yeah.
So this happened as soon as they get back to the spot?
From my understanding.
No, I'm just asking.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but from what I've heard and read, he met up with a young lady at a bar, had a drink or two. Then they went to a room. Now, I don't know if it was that same night or the next morning, but she said, she called the police and said something was wrong with his chest and he collapsed on top of her and passed away. Okay, so now there's a lot of controversy attached to that. So people are saying maybe she did something, whatever. Kevin Samuels has a knack with saying stuff that a lot of women don't like. You know, I happen to, as being a podcaster, being a person I've gotten women that say stuff about me that don't like what I say. So I get it. But my question to the panel and to you guys as well. First, do you feel like what he said towards women was really so bad that he gets the backlash he gets now from being passed away? When you passed away, nobody should be talked about. But there's a lot of women, I'm going to read some of the statements that a lot of women said, especially one, Vivica A. Fox, we kind of know as an actress. But let's ask you guys, man, do you feel like what he was saying, the stuff he was saying, was it really that bad?
Well, of course it's hard if you're on social media. It's hard not to hear the things because, you know, it's trending.
Yeah.
So every time you turn, whether it's on TikTok or Facebook, somebody sharing it, you know, I got friends to share some of this stuff, maybe 15 seconds here, 20 seconds here, 30 seconds. I didn't really listen to anything he did in this entirety. But he said some vile stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
I really believe he was and I ain't bashing him. I'm just tell it like it is, you know. We gonna get into it. We gonna talk about it. You know, he devalued a lot of women. You know, not just women. I heard one when he said to a young man and he dogged him out, and I believe that as far as we should be in building each other up. A lot of people, he telling the truth, but that's the truth for fools. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the truth for fools. You know, I'm not one to believe that you preach, you know, ain't no hope in your future. You know what I mean? And basically what I've heard, everything that I've heard, all the snippets I've heard, he was basically telling like it's over, give in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no use in you trying to do better. And you know me, as a man of God, especially, I definitely am against that. You know, and it's a reason why he's gone at 56.
Heavy. Okay. That's
Go
deep.
ahead.
No, you gotta go there. I don't think I can follow
Well,
that.
we had number one biggest fan of Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? He's
Scholar's a big fan of Samuels. Okay.
He didn't send me stuff that I agree with. So
Okay.
I had no problem with dancing with him. You feel me? But damn, Grant.
That's kind of rough.
Hey,
Hey, just saying how you feel, man. What can you say?
he say what he felt.
I don't wish death on nobody, right?
No, I'm not wishing death neither. Don't say I'm wishing death.
Right.
See, that's another thing. Let me say this. A lot of people think when you state facts, that's like you wishing death on somebody. It's just like if I tell you, she knew she ain't had no business jumping off that 10-story building. If I tell you that,
So
you
his
like,
words
you wishing
his
death.
words was that violent? Like that what you compared to?
What as far as what?
Like what he talking about? You know what I'm saying with women? Because I don't think that most of the things he say, I ain't gonna say all of the things, but most of the things he say, about relationships and about he really about black women and black men together.
Okay.
At the end of the day, that's really what he's about.
That's why it's important to take things in context. Like when he said you wish death on him, you said, hey, no, I don't wish death. You didn't want him to take that out of context.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what you were saying. So I think we've taken some of the stuff what Captain said out of context.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, of course, some of the stuff that he said was kind of blunt and kind of harsh, but I also believe that it may apply to certain people and not certain things. You know what I mean? So, for example, like, we constantly hear that men ain't shit.
Okay. Which is true.
But I don't let it apply to me because
There
that
you
don't
go.
mean me.
There you go.
But it may apply to this individual, that individual, and then some people fit the profile.
Well,
Right?
once again, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We're talking about, the Box Talk trending topics. We're talking about the Kevin Samuels situation. We're going to get our guests' input in a minute, to see what she feels about
I got
it.
something to say.
But let's read Vivica Fox. You all guys know Vivica Fox, right?
Right.
The actress. She has some interesting comments to say. She was on an interview, and someone asked her about her thoughts about the situation with Kevin Samuels, right? She said, I didn't feel anything about him to be healing. Anything. She said, I didn't feel anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. Okay. So these are words from a woman, but still these are words from someone that's taken from his past and then translation it to his everything he's been saying. So Loretta, you want to call you? Okay, I'm gonna call you Ree-Ree still, but let's go.
Ree-Ree cool.
But, Rich, can I just add something before you get? I don't want to cut you off.
go ahead.
You can.
I just find it interesting that statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But our music is violent. Our music say, bitch, hoe.
Yeah.
And I ain't never heard nobody say, man, he got locked up. We really, I don't even think we refer to women like women or young lady. I think we say, I met up with these bitches. I was just talking with these hoes. I ain't saying everybody, see how everybody,
I get what you're
but if
saying.
you don't take it out of context, but I want you to take it out of context, that may not be you, but for the most part, bitch hoe,
So you saying keep that same energy with everything?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, listen to our music. Like, who was just saying that? Chris Brown bringing back love music.
Yeah.
We can't even get to the foreplay. Like, suck my dick. Like, hold on, shit. Let me romance you, and then you know what I'm saying. So our music is violent. I think Kevin Samuels' statement does not apply to everybody because it definitely don't apply to my daughters.
Okay.
And I argue with them. I say, man, Joe, that ain't child, but I do want to protect y'all from falling into one of these boxes. I am going to protect them from falling into one of these boxes. Now, we don't agree with it, but
But that's our problem, bro.
Right, but hear me out. No, what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to, prove him right or prove him wrong.
Okay.
I'm just simply saying that some of the stuff that he said.
He say things that,
Yeah.
listen, some people are scared to say.
Yes.
You know, and this one of the reasons. Like, if you see,
They can't be scared to say it, because like you said, they stand in the music all the time.
yeah, but
Or
that's
openly
but
say
that's right.
on a
But
platform.
what
like,
I'm saying is, if he say a woman over 35 with 3 kids devalue herself, you know what I'm saying? Just for that, you know what I'm saying? The men who don't have no kids or have 1 kid or whatever, like he really saying like you can't be asking for this type of nigga when you have 3 kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all he's saying. He's not saying that you ain't shit, that you can't, you know what I'm saying, live like who you want to live, but he just saying like, yo, you got 3 kids. You bringing something, you know what I'm saying, here that, you know, that's, you know, it ain't compatible, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna let Ree-Ree talk.
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
Ree-Ree
say
jump
something.
in.
Let's
Yeah,
get your
'cause,
opinion
baby,
Come on.
on it.
first we're gonna start with you see how he died on a woman.
Okay.
Right.
That was the first level awakening right there.
Mhm.
Second is how you say things. Every woman, there's a different level of consciousness with women. So you can't say certain things as a leader, because that's what he was. So he can't speak on things. He needs to empower women. It's like what I'm trying to do, empower men. That's another topic.
That's good.
He's supposed to be empowering women. It's not talking down on women. It's like it's his way of, it's not what he say, it's how he deliver the message.
Okay.
So his delivering is
But
what make women feel.
Interesting.
I
That's
think.
what I say.
And he's supposed to be talking about the music.
Right. No, what I'm
But
saying is.
I'm gonna say it, but it's not even just how he say things though. It is what he
It's
says.
how he says.
So,
It's
it's
how he
some of what he
deliver the
says
message.
too.
For
Now,
example.
I'm gonna give you an example.
example.
I'm gonna give you
Yeah,
an
go
example,
ahead.
right? Okay. Now just dealing, you know, the Bible says, because they regard not the work of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands, they are destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here you got a man, check this live. Here you got a man who's telling people that basically you got 3 kids. You 36 years old. What is you trying to hold back for? You need to get out and try to find. You telling somebody basically because of your past,
Like ain't no hope.
ain't no hope. So he regards not the work of the Lord in my eyesight,
Okay.
nor what the Lord could do for somebody who may have had a bad past because they wasn't taught. It took them through life
There you
experiences
go.
for them to understand that I can't keep laying down with this man and trusting in this man and trusting in that man. Because as I believe, women are created with a submissive spirit. So they're going to give themselves to men. You know, we abuse that. And that's our biggest fault.
But we talking about continuous
Let me
bad business decisions.
hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying about him. He's saying that a woman has no hope because of her mistakes. Even though she's saying, I'm deciding to be celibate now. Or I'm not going to have sex until I'm married now. He telling you a fool. Wait a minute. So you telling me she can't get it right now? And as she say, he is a leader, whether we want to agree with it or not. Because once you get a platform like that, and that's why I say that's our biggest problem. When we get a platform like that, why don't we utilize it to build our people up?
There you go.
Rather than tear them down for their past mistakes.
That's true.
And then when you look at his life and all these, because to me, he's nothing but a false prophet. And I ain't so much even as mad as with him. I'm more mad at the fact that you got these churches that won't address these issues. You know what I'm saying? So people run to people like him. See, what he got is just, that's what they, that's what's going to do.
We got to
Yeah,
stop.
because I'm definitely an example of that. I got 4 daughters. And when I live that life, I live that life.
Right.
And I know I done gave my life completely to God.
See?
You understand? So that's why, and you would think that a woman like me who experienced the level of abuse that I went through, that I would hate men. But instead of me like just going against men, I chose to empower men. So he's supposed to be empowering women, not trying to tear us down. I have a whole different level with
But
that.
I think it's also a certain level of degrees of teaching, right? Some people may need a soft approach, and some people may require a harsher approach. If you understand that approach is for you, it's not for you. And the only thing that I thought about, and they only had to debate it, the only thing we have to do is prove him a liar.
Okay, that's fair.
I did.
We don't have to debate. If what he's saying, if he is this and he is that, then prove him a liar. Do everything that you say you deserve or you believe. Just be the person that you say you are. We don't have to argue about it. Like I tell people, you ain't got to say you know good, man. Be it.
Yeah.
Demonstrate it.
But he's telling you ain't
no,
no
but I'm just saying, but I don't even go off of what he's saying.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Right.
What I'm saying though, but we're talking about.
But what I'm saying
his
is
advice. So if you're saying be a better person,
right,
and prove him wrong, but he's telling you ain't no use in trying to be better. Ain't no use in trying to better yourself. No, but listen, what I'm saying is, it's too late for that. I believe that we mature enough to know that half of that conversation people ain't even listening to.
Shock value.
Right. But we use it.
So what you mean he doing it for?
No, I'm just saying some of the stuff can get extra.
Yeah.
Just for shock value.
Just for show. Just for
Like,
so you don't think he really felt like that?
But that's why I say I believe in some of the things he said.
Yeah, that's what we said.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything.
We're not saying everything.
Right.
I would never say that a woman at 35, 36 is over for her, or never say, women with children, they can't move in this different path. Of course not.
Okay.
It's, you know what I'm saying? But it is some motherfuckers that do.
It is some women need to hear that though. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the women that you know, but it's some women that need to hear that.
There are women that have, once again, thank you guys for tuning in, man, thinking outside the box. We talking about trending topics, the box talk. We talking about Kevin Samuels' situation. We are asking the question, asking the panel, asking you guys. Do you feel like what Kevin Samuels was saying was too harsh? Do you feel like people are being too harsh about his death? Right now, he was talking about things about, you guys brought up the situation. I remember he did an interview with a young lady and she was saying, I'm 35, I got 2 kids. And he was like, well, what type of man are you looking for? She said, well, he has to be making X amount of money. He can't have X amount of kids. And he was like, hold on, how is you in a position to demand anything when you already got this and this and this and this? You already, you know what I'm saying? So I think when he's that blunt telling a person that, people don't respond to that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're in a position where you're 35 plus, you got 3 or more kids, how are you going to say, well, I don't want to date a man that got this many kids, or I don't want to date a man that's this amount of old, or he got to be making this amount of money? Now, I'm not saying that that's wrong to do, but you coming into the game with this, so how do you expect him not to come in the game? Like the expectations.
He tells them to bring it down some.
And I think people are taking that as, oh, he's a bad person.
Because they still trying to reach.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
How
you got women out here. I heard a woman just say she can't mess with a man who make $100,000 a year.
Yeah, I think that too.
She said because that's what $274 a day, and she said dinner and dinner alcohol. That's gonna be $274, and she don't want to spend the whole man's check.
And so it got to be some truth because most relationship is over what? Finance. So not to say that it's that. So they not lying about their financial need around here.
But that's what Samuel was trying to reach.
But this is what I'm saying. This stuff hasn't worked, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all, it's only getting worse. And he ain't the first person. He the first person with a platform. Y'all know, like I know, Ma's been dogging women out in the hood for the longest, man. Y'all know that's the truth, man. We've been our brothers, man. He ain't the first one. He just the first one with a platform to put it on show with a suit on. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I'm saying it don't work. That's what I'm saying. When will we try? Like you said, let's try to approach of building them up and edifying them without tearing them down in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like you thinking tearing them down gonna make them better? No, man. Tearing them down don't make them.
So let me ask you this: when he had a statement where he said, let's just say if you got 3 baby daddies, why did you not work for one of those men to be your husband? Is that tearing women down?
No, that's definitely not tearing women down.
Right,
I'm not saying everything.
I'm just saying, we just talking about.
That's why I say I agree with you.
Right. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, some of the stuff he really is putting it in.
So you're saying it's the way that he's saying it? It's not what he's saying, just like what she said.
Yeah, my ass turned to a husband. I still.
Okay.
No, we know it's gonna be a scene way circumstance, but we do, and like you said, we want to change the community. We do want our women, and that means men, to make better decisions as far as choosing a mate. You know what I'm saying? Or be conscious of it. Like, it may not happen in this generation, but maybe your kid, hey, you know, let me talk to. Like, do we interview the people that date our children?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I hear you 100%, and I hear you when he said, "Why didn't she make him try to check this out? Why didn't she try to make one of them her husband or work for one of them to be her husband?" Maybe she did. Maybe they just wasn't. First of all, in order for you to go that route, you know what I'm saying, I really believe you need the Lord. That's me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You really need the Lord, because a lot of us, we go into something without the Lord, and it always end up falling apart. Now, I'm gonna show you something, right? This was one thing I was teaching about, how they say that a woman don't look for a man is supposed to look for a woman. I say, well, when you really read the Bible and you see that God presented Eve to Adam, he wasn't looking for it. Adam was busy working, right?
There you
Check
go.
this out.
Come on now.
While Adam was working, while he was working and doing what he was doing, God presented.
Saw that he needed.
He presented because he saw he needed help.
There you go.
So what should a woman do in order to be in a position to be presented to her husband, to that man? She needs to first get where she was first at. She needs to get with the Lord.
There you go.
She get with the Lord, then he could that's putting her in position. That means get her in the righteous state. Get in the righteous state. That means cut yourself off what these women trying to do.
There you go.
I'm not finna be giving myself to no man no more. I'm not finna be going out here partying and doing this stuff no more. I'm finna get in the righteous state, get back with the Lord, and I'm going to trust that he going to present me.
There you go.
And it ain't got to be in the church. It could be at my house at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? It could be at your event. It could be a TOTB bash. You know what I mean? It could be a Moolah Monster Collection event. You know what I'm saying? It could be at anything, but first you got to get in position to be presented to your husband. And when you find a woman that's trying to get back in position with God, meaning she's trying to do things the right way, why discourage her from that?
There you go.
And this is true, but we not there yet.
How we gonna get there?
Listen what I'm saying. Our community not there yet.
I beg you.
No, but here was it. So a lot of times we like to come up with these broad and ambiguous terms like that. We in a state of emergency. We not there yet. We not thinking about presenting. Like I was telling him the other day, I said we have to deal with the fact that our community and the way we deal with relationships has been decimated. Like our whole understanding and approach when we're trying to form relationship, we need to somewhat reset and relearn how to do a relationship. For example, you know what I'm saying? Before we can get to that part, I was telling you, men having an orphan spirit. If the data says, and you had the data, that is it 80% of us that don't have a father at home?
Right.
So if 80% of us don't have a father at home, we don't know how to date no woman or choose no woman. So we entering into the relationship with a bad understanding, and we producing everything what we debating right now. And then we'll sprinkle some other context on it and really kind of worsen the situation. It ain't the women's fault. Women ain't even prepared for us.
So,
you know,
once again, thank you guys for tuning in to TOTB, man. We talking about trending topics, the box talk. Be sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. Chime in what we're talking about. I want to ask our guest another question just to gauge the pulse of what we're talking about with this Kevin Samuels thing. All right. Do you feel that when you listen to certain advice from him on clips or social media, did you feel offended in any way?
I did, because like I said, it depends on, like me, you can deliver a certain message to me. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to decipher it. I'm going to break it all the way down. Like, hey, I understand.
Okay.
See, I would criticize myself to get to that point where you got to condemn yourself in order to move to the next level. You understand? So with me, I know my faults. Okay. So that's why I went to God and I submitted to God. I like literally got on my knees and like, Lord, what am I supposed to do? And then the Holy Spirit started working within me. You understand? So you start looking at things different. That's why I say it's not about what he said, it's how he said it. Because every woman understand things different. It depends on where you at. Like I said, consciously, you gotta understand it. See, me, I understood it because he was like, what do you mean you got 3 baby daddies? He like, you know what, you're gonna die alone. Told this lady that one day.
Yeah, so that's a good point that you're saying.
He was just like not as a leader.
The direct
like,
approach.
Yeah, it's just too
He was fighting
disrespectful.
a no-win, situation anyway. Anytime when you going against black women, you're gonna lose anyway.
Period. Look what we go through,
So
though.
he went this far.
Our struggle is
Give him a
different.
clap. You know what I'm saying? For going this far. You know what I'm saying?
You say y'all struggle is different?
It's different.
Go deeper into that. What you mean?
Because, like, black men, like, I tried to date and stuff. Me and my husband separated. I walked away for my reasons.
Okay.
But I tried to date him. And when they look at me, they see a fancy house. I work for myself. They see all this. These men beg too much. So I'm like,
Really?
what? If they not begging, they want sex. Like, what? Why are you here? You understand?
Wow.
So it gets to the point where I'm like, you know what, God? I'm just going to sit here and wait on you. So, baby, give me a toy. This podcast, right? Don't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, Lord, I'm just going to sit there and wait on God. I'm not going to sit there and not talk to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm going to be open because I'm not going to be like them women. Like, oh, wait on God, but turn down everybody.
What do you want them to want, though?
I got a
That's a
question.
good question.
Wait, let him first say what he.
I was finna address that. Because this is how.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got.
No, I want to know, what do you want them to want? Like, if you saying they just want sex.
Look, see? Y'all see?
I know what
Sex is a part of it. It's way deeper than that.
So
Look
let
at
me
the time
ask it this way, because that's raw how you ask it. That's raw how you ask it. I'm going to ask it
That's
this
how you
way.
do it.
Are you, and I just want to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with knowing that he wants those things if he's willing to step up to the plate?
Yeah, like, it's just like me. I was married, I'm still legally married. So if my husband need me, I'm going to be there. You understand? Because we had that communication, we had a relationship with each other. These men now be like, you sitting there, you're dating them, and they only see you as a date. You want me to help you do something, and we just dating. We're not in a relationship. Don't ask me for nothing.
See what I'm saying?
Men, it's different. Like, if you my man, yeah, I'm supposed to be there if you need me. But if you're not my man, don't ask me.
But stop counting that bankroll in front of them.
I ain't counting nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. And the reason I asked her like that is because we have a problem. Like, we try to make it seem like they know what we want. They want the same thing we want. But it's like, I want you to step up and be a man.
There you go.
Don't keep playing games with me.
And stop all that dating.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got dudes like, what's the name, said a good post on here, Roz Bruce. He did say that true. He said he what Jeff said, he was saying some stuff just for followers. But you got to be careful when you do that, because you got so many people that look up to what you say. And see, they'll take on that attitude like, exactly, she got 3 kids, I'm finna hit 2 and I'm gone. You see what I'm saying? Rather than stepping up to the plate saying, you know what, you might have struck out. To get one out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see you like they see you. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you like that. I see the potential in you. I see you working and you taking care of your family, and you willing to be that right hand to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to step up to the plate. And you got women like, they don't care, you want to have sex? Okay, I want to have sex too. You want me to give you some of this money? I'm here to help you if you ain't got it. But at least be a man to me.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But he preaching the way he preaching.
Let me just ask you a question. Like, so whatever man enter into your life, right? And let's just get rid of the sex and all that stuff.
That's part of it. So we can
push that to the side.
Yeah.
He is going to have to be a little bit better than what your husband was, right?
Exactly. There you go.
So
you got to go through the...
No.
Go where you going?
Go ahead.
No, because she painted a picture for y'all. She told you all they wanted sex and stuff like that. Because that's what it's going to be, because she has not yet, and I want to speak for you, ran in, because see, when a woman been with a man and she didn't had a certain type of lifestyle, you can't come in lesser than that lifestyle and be a good person, God-fearing workaholic. That's great. But in the back of her mind, when she say, you know what I'm saying, she auditioning. She's not auditioning for sex and nothing like that. You auditioning for that man that's going to step up. No, hear me out. You try to tell me you ain't looking for the man got to come in there and be better than your husband.
At some capacity.
In some capacity.
It ain't even too much. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's about money.
No, I didn't say it was
No,
money.
because
I didn't say money. I didn't say we put
Like,
sex off the table.
But those two things are
yes, one of the
definitely-
main things.
Right, so
It's
is it,
not about
you don't have
that.
to know your husband paperwork, but he provided for your certain
Of course,
expectations.
yeah.
So it's safe to assume when whoever that man comes in, he's competing with that old position.
So what I will say about that is,
Yeah.
I feel like that most women, if not all women, are seeking love and longevity.
There you go.
They
Yeah.
want to build with someone. They want to grow with someone. They want the picket fence and the dog. They want the illusion of a happy family, right? So if there's a situation where a guy comes along, women do look at finances. Women do look at sexual performance. But I think the number one thing women look at is potential.
There you go.
Women look
there
at
you
a
go.
potential.
Who been whispering in your ear?
This is Steve Harvey.
Nah, Steve ain't talking that way.
Right. I feel like women look for the potential. And a woman would date a man, and we've had a show about this. A woman would date a man that work at Popeyes. But if she see he has potential to be something great, she would invest in him.
Yeah, because it's
You know what
not
I'm
about. It's about what you do with what you have.
But Popeye's
Big
gonna have to
difference.
get to the table though first. We always be talking about he can work at Wendy's and he can do all this stuff. Like
But she said me, no. We
no,
talking-
but what I'm saying, in order to connect on her frequency, that man has to have something in common which will allow her to even entertain his conversation.
I agree with that. You agree with that?
Of course.
Okay.
Which means he has to have
Why would I want
already
anything
he has to have already lived an adult life to the level where she will entertain his conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing to do with you working at Popeyes and being good. You have to be on that level and have a life experience as an adult, and then she will open herself up to you, and that's when y'all build and get a chance to go to Disney World.
I'm with it.
But she ain't met him yet, right?
Yes.
She met people that will give her some company, and that company lead into, so what's happening? And she's sitting up like, ain't nothing happened. You know, we had a great time and shit, you know, it's been nice. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, the conversation don't apply to all men ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
Some
not.
men have to be mature enough to even be patient enough
There you go.
to deal with her on her level. See, we think because you coming in with money and sweat, you got to be patient enough for her to see how she really wired.
Because there were two different,
Right.
they different women now. You got the
Right.
women that's married.
Right.
We move a little different
Right.
than women that's just dating or just, you know.
What do you mean by
doing-
move a little different? Go deeper. What do you
It's,
mean?
look,
I'm curious about that. Women is
married women's when you, okay, like me. It's harder for me when I meet a guy that never been married. He can't even handle me. Because I come with, I'm a, what they consider a virtuous woman.
Okay.
So I look at things a little different. I'm not being boastful, but it is what it is.
Do your thing.
But you have to, women, build yourself up. You understand? Don't accept it. But anyway, you have to build yourself up. Like me, I consider myself as a virtuous woman. I know what I come with. So I'm a type, I work. If I'm working, you're going to work. If I do this, you're going to do that. I don't expect you to cook, clean, do all that because that's a woman's job. I don't even want you to take that from me. You understand? So it's, every woman different. You know what I'm saying? Like some women's like me. I always go, like things I've been through. If I see somebody going through, I would tell them what I've been through to bring them out of it. Like what Kevin was doing, instead of him trying to help women, in his way, he was helping. In his way, he just, I don't know. I think he got too big-headed. Like he just got too confident. He was too cocky. That was his issue. He became too cocky and he just felt like women want him because I saw him the way he was, how women just all over him and he wasn't looking for no woman and then he ended up dying on a woman. May he rest in peace.
okay.
But
Probably the best way to go.
Humor. he fell into the humor part of it. See, I agree with you saying, bro, about being patient. You know what I mean? A man got to be patient with a woman.
you have to.
And things like that. And that's the thing. See, it's stuff like that though that needs to be said.
Oh,
Not that it's over.
Right.
Ain't no hope. How he said one of my guys put up a post. I don't know if y'all familiar with it, and I ain't real familiar. But he put up a post, and it was like an insert of what he said about. He was talking to some dude, And the dude, he asked the dude how tall he was. I think the dude was like 5'6", 290 pounds or something. Then he asked him how big you was.
Oh, I remember that.
Or something. Yeah. And then he told him, how the hell you expect to find a fine woman or something and you a F. And I'm like, oh, you a fat. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm like, how you...
He said, you know if you got a big cock or not.
See what I'm saying? See, so here you go, you seen it. And I'm like, dude, what is... Like,
got too cocky.
Once you got a chance to build dude up. Like,
and that's when people start asking him, questioning his sexuality, when they would start...
Instead of him telling him something like that, like, listen, man, you know these things. Why don't you try to better yourself and focus on making more money? Because there's something else about his money, too. He was only making, I think, $400 or $600 every 2 weeks or something. Because it was only like 30 seconds that I seen.
Yeah.
So, and I guess then he went off on dude. And I'm like, instead of him telling him, well, you may meet somebody equal to you, that's fine. Because every woman ain't only ugly woman got money. You know what I'm saying? Fan one, only fan women get money.
Can I ask, let me ask Ree-Ree a question, because I'm a little bit curious about this, Ree-Ree. I want you to keep it real regal with me. I don't, no Popeyes, no Browns chicken, and none of that stuff.
No Popeyes, no Browns.
How important is a man's finance?
Great question.
It's important.
And we listen.
Can he make less than you?
That happens a lot. Okay. Like I experience, yes.
Can he be an entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm. It is not about financing. A lot of women nowadays, the way they got it designed for women to
make more. That's
they got it designed for women. So a lot of women make more, and black women, they got all these they got these grants for black women. To bring our bids down. That's why I was trying to say.
He a nice guy.
That's all part
of it. It's not about the money, it's what he do with the money.
He's a nice guy.
Say that again.
It's what he do with his money. It's not about this.
Let me just paint it. He's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have nice conversations. Mm-hmm. But he got some child support that's really got him a little bit backed up where he can't move the way he want to. Is he still the nice guy, even though you might have to put the down payment on the trip? He only got like 5 years left. Is he still really attracted to you?
He's so deep, y'all.
Because we be coming up with this weird stuff.
It's not about
his money can be tied up and he's still a nice guy, right? But I believe in the back of your mind, right?
It's not.
Which is your friend there? You don't want to say your friend there.
Who?
Your friend, your girlfriend. Say you met with your girlfriend, right? Girl, I met this guy. He's straight. He got,
But he broke his head. I'm just playing.
No, listen. If he got some child support, but he treat me nice. What's the first question your girlfriend gonna ask you when you tell him he got child support and he treats you nice? Just keep it real.
I don't know. My girl's different. I don't hang around certain people.
In your experience?
The women I hang around, all married and relationships, so our conversation different. I want to have that conversation with somebody who
even if they were married, they still gonna have a question for you.
But she said she hang around women.
I hang around real. There you go. I hang around women, not girls.
I think money is
it ain't about money.
Her thing,
right?
Because I can make my own money.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to make money. The surrounding around it, but I do want to go back to what you're saying is work. I think that the man has a responsibility to make sure that when he entertains a woman, that he's able to provide her and deal with her needs. This is the first introduction. But see, now look, she said, it
ain't about too much money, because we making our money. They got it designed for us black women to make away. You understand?
Right.
We need that man to come in and feed us spiritually, emotionally. It's a different level to things. It ain't about no money, it ain't about no sex. We need somebody to let us know after this hard day at work, come on, take care of kids, doing all this. We want this man to hold us and be like, baby, you doing a good job, baby. I love you, I cherish you. We just we gotta, build our vibration back up. Just
baby,
feed our spirit.
When you gotta go to work in the morning, I'm gonna make sure you get up on time.
But that ain't and what she said, what she basically said, she need a man to do in an instance like that. It's that type of woman that will accept that will push that man into his potential.
Okay. Yeah, because I can bring
push him into his purpose. Because she gonna be trying to help him to get better and do better. Now, and it ain't nothing wrong. I'm gonna say this because I know what you're getting at. It ain't nothing wrong with a woman saying what a woman saying. Well, I just don't want no man. I want a man that is if I'm 30-something years old, I want a man that's already established in a career.
And to
there's
be
nothing
moving
wrong
forward.
with
This
that.
is what I was getting at.
There's nothing wrong with
right,
that.
Right. That's what I was pointing to.
Right.
I respect what you see, but as a man, we shouldn't even wait on you. You know what I mean? We should always want to come in and always push the needle, right? Because it's a self-esteem and sense of dignity that's tied to that, right?
So
I
want to switch gears and topics a little because it's box talk, right?
Yeah. Right.
So based on what you're saying, because now you get into what we talk about a lot with dealing with the man and the issue, right?
Right.
Like while he's sitting back waiting around instead of getting on his feet doing what he's doing, and like I say, women should. What about these women that do find guys that's doing something positive, but well, not even positive to get their bag, but they end up doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like for instance, we got the one that called in last time or sent the letter in last time, and her dude got locked up. Her husband wasn't he married?
Yeah.
Got locked up. Then she got pregnant by another dude selling dope, and then he got locked up. Same thing we see now with the rappers, Young Thug, Gunna.
Yeah.
Now they got locked up. Now see, that's you think about it as men, it ain't just, like I say, you can have all the money and be in a good position, but are you healthy? Are you even healthy for a good woman when you risk your livelihood and your families for doing stupid stuff or to prove yourself down to your guys?
I agree with
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
People trying to live in their raps.
Sure.
Now, when they say rappers are the new gangsters, hey, they've been trying to tell y'all.
I believe that.
That's what they believe.
They've been trying to tell y'all. They ain't even getting their hand. They doing it mob style.
Yeah, they paying.
The Rico.
Did they say what they say?
Rico.
Thug rented a car for somebody doing murder.
Yeah,
I'm like, how you that stupid?
Yeah,
though?
he probably.
If that's true, I don't know if it's true.
2012.
I don't know if it's true.
Make sure you put that disclaimer out there.
I don't know if it's true, but
when them people come for you, when them
that Rico,
people, when they put that tag on with that Rico, they ain't just they've been following you for a minute. This has been something they've been trying to do for a while.
Turbo no.
Yeah.
So you better be careful with that. We're gonna talk on Box Talk for a few more seconds before we switch gears. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in, thinking outside the box, man. The dopest podcast. We talk about all this crazy stuff out here. Be sure you follow us, like, comment, subscribe, share all the episodes, man. We appreciate y'all following us and everything like that. Before we switch gears, we just touch one more final thought. Once again, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, to his family, everything like that. Fellas and a young lady, let's just give a final thought on when we think about this Kevin Samuels thing. Do you think he was overdoing it with his comments? Do you think people are doing too harsh with his death? Like, just give final thoughts around. What you think? Go ahead.
Man, like I said before, the man gone now, so we shouldn't be talking about
There
the
you
man.
go.
Have a little respect. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, I thought some of the stuff was humorous. You know what I'm saying? and like I ain't the one who like you was talking about. People need to empower these women. They've been empowered their damn selves. They ain't asking for $40
right there.
Boy, y'all men's asking for 40 now. Ain't nobody asking.
Y'all asking
Is it $40?
I see grown men asking for 40.
I ain't the
They
one.
crazy.
I'm gonna let Grind and Scholar empower them, but
He messed up.
Hey,
Better empower your damn self. I feel you. What you got, sweetheart?
He be throwing me out.
she stuck on that $40.
You got some final words for
And
the
just
people?
these men's asking for 40.
you showing them that bankroll.
I don't show nothing.
Chains and
So
shit.
nothing.
Listen, this was given to me by my husband. Whatever. He just
But
listen.
what you got for the people, man, about Kevin Samuels, sweetheart?
I don't think they should be talking about him like the man deceased. You understand? You're gonna reap what you sow anyway. I wouldn't say nothing bad about him. His work speaks enough for him alone.
I
So
get it. All right. Scholar, what you got?
I say R.I.P. Kevin. I think he made an impact, whether we agree or disagree.
yeah.
He did create a discussion.
Yeah.
Created
a table. I get
He
it.
created the table.
Yeah. Holy, what you got?
I ain't talking about the man. Vivica made a good point. I hope we see this as an example. You know what I'm saying?
next-
Utilizing it as an example. And like I said, I'm more so concerned, judgment starts at the house of God. I believe that, you got it. These people that's supposed to be here for the people need to be the ones
There you go.
speaking about these issues.
Mhm.
And that's why we do it at ours. At my church, that's what's done. You know what I mean? I speak about those issues that there's people dealing with on a daily basis. And that's the problem. The people that's supposed to do it won't talk about it. So they run to people like this who may give you some good advice, but for the most part, they give you a sense of hopelessness, man, that's destroying you and your kids.
There you go.
Yeah, I get it. So I'll say this before we switch gears. Look, man, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, to you and your family. Look, doing podcasts, anytime you're out there on a public platform, no matter what you say, somebody's going to hate it, somebody's going to love it, no matter what you say, right? So I just say that if you're attending or you bring your ears, your eyes to somebody's show platform, right? Keep in mind that that's their opinion. Everybody has an opinion.
There you go.
They can say what they want. They don't, if they're not taking it, if you're taking it directly towards you, then that's something that you have to internalize and fix with yourself. That's their platform. That's their opinion. I'll pray that nothing that we said in any of our shows in the 3 seasons that people takes offensive towards them, but it can happen. So just be cognizant of what's going on. People have platforms. People do it on social media all the time. They say how they feel, and then people get mad and then go shoot up a club or something. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So just be aware. To be aware is to be alive, man. Once again, rest in peace, Kevin. And we hope that we get better as a nation when people pass away. So, Ryan, it's about that time.
It's about that time, man. Shout out to the plug. Shout out to the plug, man. We got something special for y'all today. I'm going to go ahead and let my sister plug her business.
Yes, again.
Let us know, because what you're doing is something great. I had Reggie gave me a little slight introduction to what you do, but then you sat up here and said what you said. So right now the spotlight is on you. I want you to tell us about the organization and what you're doing.
Yeah.
For that second path, we want to find that second path.
He messy.
Let them know.
We just want to empower these men that they try to break. You understand? By empowering so many black women that it started weakening the men. The stronger the black women became, the weaker our men started to get. So now my vision is to focus on the men of the present and the future, because we can't focus on just the future and the present still messed up, because they still got to go home to the present.
Like that.
All right.
So I pray that everyone can, whatever you do, you want to donate, you want to do any type of charity sponsorship, you can go to secondpathincorporated.com.
Say it again, where they can go to donate.
Secondpathincorporated.com.
Nice. Nice.
And what's the name of it?
Second Path Incorporated.
Second Path Incorporated. We're going to get man, y'all make sure y'all go support. Man, I think that's a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what's much more needed. That's why you got young men like us up here trying to do what they do, what we do, and try to be positive. And it's good to know that we got some sisters that's behind us and standing with us doing greater things, man. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
So, if this is your first time tuning into the show, to Ree-Ree, to the guests, we do a segment called What's in That Bag? All right.
Oh, Lord, what's this now?
You gotta see what's in that
What
bag.
What's
y'all
in that
got me
bag
in?
is a segment we do, right?
What y'all got me
You
in?
guys, first of all, let me just say this. I am so sorry for not, y'all send me a lot of letters, okay? So bear with me, okay? I guarantee you we gonna get to your letter, I promise you. I don't want people think that I'm not, I got a message saying, hold on, motherfucker, I sent you a letter 2 months ago. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not, just give me we got you, okay?
We gonna get there.
So what we do is we get your letters about stuff that's going on, right, in your life, and we give our opinions about it, man. Sometimes people have issues that they look for a platform to give opinion. Maybe it's an all-male platform, maybe it's a platform with a young lady on it, so it's different things, right? So this week we got an interesting one that I think is good. So you guys is ready?
We ready?
All right.
If
So
not,
once again, I'll read it. You guys give your comments. I'll finish off with mine, and then hopefully we help them out. All right? Okay. Hope you guys are ready too. All right. It says, fellas, this is Kay from the Burbs. I love the show and what y'all talk about. I just moved to Phoenix, but I still check out the show when I can. Let me go ahead and tell y'all what's on my mind and get some advice from the panel. I've been messing with this guy for about a year, and I really like him. He met my friends. I met his friends. And we hit it off great. The sex is great as well, which I'm proud of. The only thing is he is not ready to commit to me. I've asked him a few times about us being monogamous, but I really care about him. And let's be honest, I think I love this man. He tells me that he cares for me and that I'm the only woman that he's spending time with, but he's just trying to get himself together and don't want to rush into a serious relationship. I feel like my feelings is getting involved, and I know he's a good dude, but I want more with us, and my patience is kind of getting the best of me. I don't know how much longer I can stand waiting on this waiting game until he's ready to commit. And here's my thing. If I'm the only one he's spending time with and only one he's having sex with, and he really cares for me, then why is he not ready to commit to me? Does that seem odd or no? And I really should know, should I just keep dealing with him and wait till he's ready? Or should I just cut ties and move on? I really would appreciate you guys' opinion. All right, Kay, so this is actually a common thing, but I'm glad that we brought it on the show so we can kind of give our advice about it. I have exactly what I want to say about it, but we got to let the panel go first. But it's only fitting we let the young lady go first, man.
No, y'all go first.
You gotta get the
What do you
ladies'
think that
perspective.
Kay should do, first of all? And do you think that
Don't
she
ask
should
me
stay or
that.
should leave?
Don't ask me that.
So ain't nothing in the bag for you.
Ain't nothing in the bag.
Who waiting?
You ain't got nothing to say?
Who waiting?
Oh, okay. She said
Okay, baby. Go have fun.
Oh, man. Here we
Go
go.
have fun, baby. Because I don't know. Because it depends on what he bringing to her. So I don't know what your situation is.
What you mean? What he bringing to
If
her?
he
Like-
worth waiting on.
Okay.
Well, she
It
said it in the
depends.
first sentence, right? What was that?
Yeah,
you might have
but
to listen to
I'm
what-
listening,
She
but
said she proud of it, right?
now she proud of it. She ready to walk away. She don't know if she should wait or
She
leave.
anxious.
She
I love how Grind be looking, man. Grind be having a look on his face like, man,
Grind gotta go last.
I'm ready to go in, man.
if he bring in the right thing, she's gonna wait.
Okay.
She's gonna wait, and I recommend that you wait because certain things you have to fight for.
Okay.
It just
There
comes
you
with
go.
the game. You gotta fight for it. It depends on what he bringing to the table. Is she telling, like, is she putting everything out there? Like, so I can't really say. But
If it was you.
if it was me, I would wait if he's worth it.
Okay.
Only
She
if
said she
he's
thinks she
worth
love
it.
him. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, babe. What Tina Turner say?
Here we go.
What's Do we love you?
Here
Is
we
the
go.
question.
Oh, my God. Okay, Moolah, what you got, man?
Yeah, there you go.
This is how some women self-destruct.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Yo, this is how some women self-destruct.
I think it's important. Go ahead.
Listen, why is you finna mess up a good thing?
There you go. Let the church say.
She ready to be single again.
There it is.
No other way. Because when me and we like to go with the flow, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you really playing with fire.
Oh.
I'm keeping it 100, especially a man like me. Like you pressuring me. Listen, I don't want to have to chase. I don't want to have to stop doing nothing what I'm doing
See?
to pursue something. Because it's time. Listen, it's gonna be a time for that. But what you doing is you trying to get yourself to the, you know what I'm saying, the starting spot faster. Like the game don't start at 5, but you there at 4.
Oh,
No,
man.
we're not
See?
doing that. We're gonna wait because you know what? There's gonna be something else come out that you know. This is why I waited. This came out. You know what I'm saying? Doug and them ran a train on you, and I know Doug and them. Like you
see?
no, like I don't.
He crazy.
I want to make sure I know you well, so I go with the flow. So she really gonna self-destruct. So I'm telling you, baby, what's her name?
Kay.
Okay, slow down.
This is
Kay, I hope this is Moolah Monster. Kay, I hope this is him. Okay. Skylar, what you got for Kay, man?
come on.
I think Kate should wait on him. I think
Okay.
I think she waiting regardless, right? Like if it ain't happening, she waiting. And if she decided in her mind she's still waiting. But what I think Kate should really do is while she waiting, she need to change the way that she moving so that she can see if he's really gonna move in the same direction that she's moving in.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is like she jumped off the porch and she thought that she could wheel him in by having sex because she led with that conversation. She said it's amazing. She proud of it. She thought that's all that he was going to require. And so she felt, okay, I gave him this. This is amazing. Why can't I have what I want? But see, that's the mistake that she made because sex is easy, right? What she needs to do is step back a little bit and see what he's willing to do that won't cost her anything. How far will he reach for her? And if he won't reach for her, then she'll have the answers that she needs.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Grind.
You're good.
Come on, I've been waiting on his conversation.
I agree with both of them.
Okay.
About time. Man.
I didn't expect that. I did not expect that from Grind.
I agree with both of them because she made the mistake when she gave herself to him. See, we don't want to deal with the truth. You got to be real. No, let's be real. Why is it that we won't never try the right way? Just try. Say, you know what? I'm not finna give myself to this man.
Okay.
Make him prove that he want this. And if a man want it, a man go after what he want. So now she's ready to be single because 9 times out of 10, he's like, we didn't already get down. And if he ain't in the right state of mind, man, we gonna keep doing what we doing or I'm not finna deal with you no more.
Oh.
That's true. And I ain't saying that's right, but that's how he feel because you already done gave in. And now, like Scholar say, now you gotta move differently. If you want something different, now you're gonna have to take that road. Either way, otherwise you're gonna have to just go with the flow. Either you're gonna go with the flow or you're gonna take the road and say, you know what? I'm gonna step back from that. We not having sex no more, and I want more from this. And you can tell him I want more from this. Whether you tell him you want to be married or not, that's up to you. But then you got to deal with the consequences if he say, "Well, I'm done." But you got to be okay with that and not think that it's over because you choose that. Because see, you can find that same thing elsewhere. The same thing you found with him, you can find somewhere else if he choose to leave because you want to do it, and he's not the one for you. If you're trying to do right and he decided he don't want to be with you no more, you don't want to be with him no way.
Because her problem ain't having sex. She ain't gonna never run into no deficit whether a man want her or not. Her problem is, is he really in tune with her the way that she feel like she in tune with him? And she went about it the wrong way.
Right.
So now she gonna have to learn the other way to figure out how to get him or figure out if it's worth it. Men love to hunt.
And her clock ticket.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me that they was like, a cat don't want no dead mouse. He like to chase the mouse.
Oh, we love the hunt, if she got our attention and she really make us hunt for that, men love that. At least a real man love the act of the hunt.
I think denying sex right now in this day and age, like I understand what you trying to do, but like that ain't gonna do it because that's so much a part of it now.
But let me say this.
Right.
Let me say this. And be honest about this. If you out here running the streets and you a man and you got multiple women, and say you got, and I'm just from that perspective, and you got one woman that you really like, but she's holding out on you, you will keep her around because you see something in her. Like, wait a minute, she a good one. Like you'll be like, man, and you never know that'll mess around and be the one that you end up marrying.
But how long she gotta wait?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it could be something detrimental. A lot of times it's something detrimental that happened to that man, and he'd be like, "This the one that I know really loved me. This one just was giving me some because she wants some money. This one just like riding in my car. This one would never give me none, but she was my friend."
So what do you think she's supposed to do? Is she supposed to wait? Do you think she should wait and just sit there and just wait?
With him.
Do you think she should wait or?
She got to move different.
She got to move differently.
She got to now. Is if you think that you're forcing him, then force him. Tell him, say, I want to be married. And be willing to lose him.
Because
you gotta be willing to lose. Like you said,
she
you
want
gotta
the
be
answer.
willing.
She want.
Say you ready to be single.
Right.
She ready to be single again because that's how he think dude just gonna be like. But you gotta be willing to do that.
Right. And then you want the answer when you saying how long she wait.
Right.
How long should she wait?
You act like it's a light switch. You ain't waiting on nothing. You trying. Whatever you running from, you ain't getting no way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if he give you a date and the date you with, you ain't getting that commitment anyway. What you really need to do, you need to move differently and try to figure out how to connect with him mentally.
Interesting.
Be his peace.
See, because women think sex connects with us mentally. No. A man have a side chick, I love her. Why? Because I connect with her mentally.
But she should have chose the neighbor really who adore her ass.
Right, but he adore her.
Instead of chose Kevin.
Look, he been cutting the grass all week. The neighbor been cutting the grass all week.
All the time, and then she see him later, happy, married with 3 kids, and she like,
all that time.
Yeah, go next door.
Oh man, okay.
Kay, we wish you luck.
So here's my advice, Kay. I feel like, and this is just from what I've read and my understanding, I feel like you've invested more than just time. You invested emotions. Y'all probably did pillow talk. Y'all probably, you invested more than just sex. You invested more.
Right.
So I don't feel like you should just throw that away immediately. The man said you don't only want to spend his time with, having sex with and everything. That you need to take that for face value, because for a man to say you're the only one I'm spending time with, you're the only one I'm having sex with, that's a lot for a man to commit to. That's a commitment in itself. So that shouldn't be thrown like it's nothing. So it's something there that's connected him. He's connected with you. For a man to take a step to say, I'm going to make you my girlfriend, especially I'm going to make you my wife, it's levels to it. Some men take 6 months, some man takes a year, some man takes 2 years or whatever. You can't determine. Every man is different. I wouldn't say throw it away, but I will kind of agree with them a little bit as far as watch how you move a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Don't make it so accessible when he call you at 2 o'clock in the morning. What you doing? Okay, you know you can come over, baby. Come on. No. Make it a little bit more tougher for him to, because he's either going to say, okay, maybe I need to switch that stuff up. Or he's going to be like, all right, well, fuck it. I know I can come on there anytime I want to. I ain't got to put no commitment on it. You see what I'm saying? I feel like women have a tendency to want monogamy and want longevity in a relationship faster than a man. That doesn't mean that a man doesn't want it. A man moves at his own pace.
It's the maturity level each man. Like Grind said, if she there to help him, which is the ultimate goal, then that's one of your problems. You have to help him develop mentally. So he like you, but when you tell him to commit, you ask him to go to another level that he may not mentally understand.
Be there yet.
He may not, but you have to help him get there by recognizing how valuable you are if you're no longer there.
I get it. All right.
So,
I mean, we hope that we help somehow. Sometimes we don't, man. But be sure you write back in. Let us know how that situation occurred for you, man. Hopefully it works out. And if you guys get married, invite us to the wedding and we'll talk all about it and laugh and drink about it.
And whatever you do, don't go to jail.
Don't go to jail. Don't go to jail. We are about to close out, man. We want to thank you guys once again, man, for such a dope episode, man. Grind, tell them one more time where they can find you, bro.
At Holy Grind on IG.
You know it, Scholar.
At Black_IG.
Moolah.
Monster Collection.
Ree-Ree, one more time, where can they find you? And plug your website one more time.
SecondPathIncorporated.com.
There it is. Thank you again, man, for coming to
Thank
chat
you
with
for
us.
inviting me.
We will see y'all next time. Thank y'all once again. Be sure you follow us, TOTB_show on YouTube, TOTB the Dopest on Instagram and Facebook, man, and of course, NDTV Network. We will see y'all next time. Until then, we are
thinking outside the box.
Next time, y'all.
See, things have come to head. Time out for scare. You scared, reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane. They cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day. But not talking intoxicate and rage. This is tragic.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.